Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our Spotlight Information event with Computing and Games Development. We will be viewing the campus and course facilities this evening, along with hearing from tutors about the course offer, entry requirement and progression routes, and much more. We will also end on a live Q&A session. So make sure if you've got any questions, you add them into the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. I'll now pass over to Nur, the Curriculum Manager for Computing and Games Development.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Dr. Nur Hassan. I am the Curriculum Manager of Computing and Gaming Development. I'm going to say a few things about me first before I go into the courses and the curriculum we offer at our department. Prior to my teaching profession, I was an academic. I also worked in the industry. I've worked in a variety of in a variety of capacity. I've worked as a project manager. I've worked also as a software engineer, systems analyst, and the media analyst. So I have had about 15 years of industry experience before I got my PhD. In terms of my qualifications, I have a bachelor degree in computer science. I've also got a master's degree in project management and a PhD in education. So that's about me. Now, I want to go into and explain the rich variety of the curriculum we have in our department. First of all, we have courses for everyone. We have level 2 courses in computing and IT. We have level 2 courses in games development, and we also have level 3 courses both in games and IT. If you also fancy to go into higher education, also we have an offer for you. We have a level 4 H&C in computer development, and a level 5 also H&D in computer development. So let's start with the level 2s. Level 2s are equivalent to GCSEs, and we both have the games and the IT. What these courses offer are they introduce to the students into the IT industry or the gaming industry. They are a 101, if you like, an introductory courses. To come onto these courses, you need to have at least a 3 or more GCSE at grade 3, including English and maths. If you have 3 or more, then you will be able to go onto this course. It's a 1-year course. It has a progression, a level whereby if you finish the first year of level 2 course, you move into the first year of a level 3 courses. The entry requirement for our level 3s are both games and IT are 5 GCSE, 9 from grade 4 till 9, which means a grade 4, both in English and maths, 5 GCSE at grade 4, between 4 and 9. If I go further in details, let's say if I take the IT course at level 3, you will have about 6 units in the first year, and you'll be dealing with web development, you will be dealing with cybersecurity, you'll be dealing with hardware engineering and hardware computing, and you'll be dealing management, an IT management incidents. You'll also be dealing with project management. The games, I will hand over to my colleague Ian Golich, who will explain what the games course is involved and what are the ins and outs of the course. Ian.
Hi there. Okay, so I'm Ian Golich. I'm the Assistant Curriculum Manager for the course, and we deal with on the gaming course. So quick synopsis for me, I've spent 20 years in the creative media industry, and the last 8 years I've worked in teaching on passing on what I know about the industry and what have you. Basically, with the gaming course itself, you start off learning the basics. You're looking at concept art. You're then looking at gaming build, and then testing it. So you've got pre-production, you've got production and post-production. It covers a wide area of skills, And module 1 is all about learning the skills, and module 2 is actually applying it to a game, which is really, really interesting, and the students really get enthusiastic about it. So I'll pass you back to Noor.
Thank you, Ian. And now let's deal with the process. So if you want to apply the course, prospective students can apply online. They can go to our course online and you apply at www.northkent.ac/courses. And if you have any problems with the forms or application forms, please email to Linda Money, LINDA Money @northkent.ac.uk, and then we'll take your applications from there. In case if you have problems with accessing all this information, you can also email to our curriculum administrator, Deborah Hart, DEBORAHART @northkent.ac.uk. Now, let me talk about a process of, if, let's say, students come onto the course and they were not quite happy, or probably this is not what they wanted it, they have a 6 weeks of trial where they can either choose other curriculum or where we can offer them some kind of a career advice from there. But for the last 10 years, since I've been working in this department, I've never seen a student who came back to us and felt dissatisfied with their chosen courses. Facilities, we have an excellent industry standard facilities, the latest software, the latest hardware. So everything that you need to be successful in your course is available in our department. You do not need to buy an extra kits or devices to be able to be successful on this course. Student access stories, we have quite a lot. I mean, if you can go on websites, you can see our success stories has been extraordinary, to say the least. We have had a success rate of 99 the year before. Last year, our success was 95. The year before was 98. So basically, we are a very successful department. And our entire team, teaching teams, are all have both the industry experience, both industry and teaching practice as well. Career progressions and salaries. Majority of our students, if you complete successfully our level 3 courses, then you have two options. One is either to go to university, because they will enable you to go to university. These are equivalent to 3 A levels, which every university will allow you to come onto the courses. Students who complete IT courses and computing courses go into to study a PS in computer science, in business and IT, and in computer management or computer studies. Those who complete games also do pursue a degree programs in games development or games design, etc., etc. In terms of career progression, if you choose not to go to university and go into industry, then you expect to start as a junior level. So you start, let's say, a junior web developer, a junior project manager, a junior systems analyst, or a junior a games developer or a games designer. In terms of the salary, it all depends on the entry level. We have a salary rate on what the students are, but those are really, they are entry level when you complete the level 3. Salary starts from 19 to 23,000 pounds per year, but it all depends. Obviously, if you go to universities, the salary will increase from there. If we talk about what else is really, I mean, we've talked about the entry requirement, the level 2s and the level 3s, and the level 4s and 5. If you are aiming to go into level 4 and 5, obviously you have to have a level 3 course in both games and IT to be able to go into the level 3 courses. If there's any questions or you want more information, please do email to our curriculum administrator, Deborah Hart @northkent.ac.uk. I'm going to pass now to Ian to talk about a little bit about the career progression and salaries in games. Ian, over to you.
Hi, yeah. So the salaries are very similar to the IT one. So if you're looking at a junior designer, you're looking at 22,000, and then once you move on from that, obviously, you know, almost the sky's the limit. Not quite, but the salaries available are very good. The sort of most of our students tend to go on to universities. Some have gone into local games companies, and quite a few of them actually produce their own games and market their own games. Progression routes, you can be a concept designer, you can be a gameplay designer, level designer, 3D modeling, story writing, or you can actually be a programmer as well. So there's quite a variety of different avenues that you can take within games design. Okay, I'll pass you back.
Thank you, Ian. We've got some questions coming in from our viewers. First question is, can you tell me more about the networking part of the course? We do offer a networking unit in our course in IT and computing, and it's about network management, it's about network security, it's about cybersecurity. So this is an introduction. Obviously, our courses are computing and IT, and they deal holistically. They deal programming, they deal networking, they deal hardware, they deal web development, they deal cybersecurity, they deal project management, but there are also the pathways in which one can pursue if they want to become a network administrator or network manager. The second question, and it goes, what does the web design element entail? So the website design actually introduces you about the website, about HTML, about CSS, about JavaScript, PHPs, all those really essential language that you need to become a web developer. So this course, at the end of the course, it will enable you to become a junior web developer. So you can either go into the industry to find a job as a web developer, become a freelance, work for yourself, or part of your program pursue a degree program where you will do a web development and web design. The third question is, what career do you student go into? As I explained earlier on, careers are project management, web development, network engineers, games developers, games design, if you decide to exit at the level 3. And they all start from a junior level, because obviously at degree level, if you pursue a degree, then that is where you will enter into a senior level. Now, there's another 2 questions, which is about, can you tell me about the games development? I'm going to pass this to Ian. So, Ian, over to you.
Yeah, so the games development, in the first year, this is a level 3 course, we produce, or the students produce a 2D game. And then if you move on and progress to the second year, then we're looking at a 3D game. Again, we're looking at from concept ideas through production until and final test, producing it and testing of the game. Regarding software that we use, we always use the Microsoft 365 suite, which also includes Visio, for the coding side of things. And then for the actual creative thing, we use the Adobe Creative Suite. So you've got Photoshop, you've got Illustrator, and that's for your concept art. And then we use Unity, which is a game engine, to build the game, and we also use 3D Max for modeling. Again, I think we've already talked. So the entry requirements, as Nur has mentioned with the other course as well, we're looking at 5 GCSEs from 4 above for the level 3 course. Okay.
Thank you, Ian. There's one question for you. So it says, what course would you suggest for someone with a passion for 3D modeling?
Okay, well, definitely the creative media practice course. We've got the level 3, because there's plenty of 3D modeling involved in that. More so in the second year than in the first year, because the first year we look at 2D game design, but in the second year we work with 3D models. Okay. Anything else?
Thank you.
Okay.
Is there anything that you want to add into games from the game side?
No, I think I've covered pretty much most of it. I think. No.
I just want to add to the English and maths session. I think there's a level of interest. Every course that we offer, regardless of whether it's a level 3 or level 2, will require an English and maths are included as part of the requirement, the entry requirement. So the level 2, you need an English grade 3 or above, English and maths, where you need grade 4 or above for the level 3. So the English and maths are always required. Those of you who have not secured the English and the maths at grade 4 or above and wants to do level 2, we also have a repeat. We have a course which runs, we have a department where you will be doing your own main course, but you will also be doing your English and maths alongside it. So therefore you won't be able to miss anything at all. So the English and maths are part of the parcel of the entry requirement. I think pretty much those are the questions. I'm waiting some other questions to come through. But generally, for us, has been, as a department, we've been very successful for the last 5 years. Our success rate was well above 94 and above. And we have a variety of courses at different levels. So if you want to pursue games course, you can join us at level 2, an entry level, or if you want to go into the level 3, which is equivalent to A levels, then you can go into level 3 courses, both games and IT. So we've got some more questions coming in. What universities do your students go to? For the last 5 years, really our majority of our students were going to Kent universities, University of Greenwich, University of Southampton, Roehampton universities. So we have a variety of really, our students go to. In fact, a few years ago, we had a student who went into UCL, University College London. So we have a lot of local and not so local universities where our students go into. Second question is, what course would you suggest for someone with a passion for esports and competitive gaming? Well, obviously, we have courses, and our courses are mainly a creative media and games design, where you develop and design games, understand the industry quite well from an entry point of view, but also develop your theoretical understanding of the courses. So while we don't offer esports, I'm sure there's quite a lot of similarities between our creative media games and esports. Another question, what topics do you look at in games design? Ian, do you want to take this question?
Okay, so topic-wise, it depends on what we set up to do as the overall assignment to start off with. So this year we were looking at basically retro games. So it depends on what's the flavour of the month for each year to what we actually pick up on. But so topic-wise for the game this year is 2D design. But within the game itself, we look at story writing. So I mean, if you've got a particular idea that you want to go down, you can. As long as you stick roughly within the brief, we're quite lenient in which way you want to go. So topics you can, to a degree, choose yourself, as long as it sticks within the creative brief that we've got. I can't think of anything else to add to that.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. There's another question. Could I make a game for an Xbox?
Yes, you could. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we're not necessarily linked or specific for any platforms. We're kind of
no. When you build the game, when you start building it in the design engine, you can actually link it to multiple platforms. So you can use Xbox, PlayStation, or a PC, or even a mobile device. So once you start creating, as long as you set it up in the first place, you can start creating for all those different platforms. So that would be fine.
Thank you. There's another question here about finance. What are the tuition fees for creative media design courses for 19 plus students. There's two answers to this question. One is if you haven't done any course, level 3 courses in this field, there's a possibility that fees might be waived. But there's also, if you've already done level 3, there's advanced loan available to 19 plus students. But by all means, I would suggest that you apply, and then we will help you as much as we can to answer any financial questions in terms of the fee, tuition fees, and so on and so forth. There's another question. My grades in maths are low. Can I still go do gaming? Depends on what that low means. Obviously, we have a level 2 games where if you have a grade 3 or more in English and maths, about 3 GCSE, you will be able to come onto that. So please, by all means, put your application in, apply. We will assess, we will interview you, and we will get in touch with you so we can talk to you and help you with that. But by all means, please put the application in. Another question. Hi, can I go straight to level 3 from school? Yes, you can, depending on your grades results. So if you have grade 4 or above, 5 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, then you will be able to come both to our IT and games courses. So please put in the application, apply online, and get in touch, and we will make we'll allocate an interview for you. Another question: how long till I hear once I've applied? As soon as possible. Actually, within a week, if you apply, within that week, we will be able to ensure we'll get back to you. So put the application, please, in, and then send it through. And as soon as we've received your application, we will get back to you. So it's ASAP. It's not. It won't take too long. What software do we use on the course? Depending on what program you're doing. Let's say if you're using IT, you use a Python for programming. You use quite a lot of hardware. You use a web development. You use all sorts of web development. You use JavaScript, PHP. We use obviously HTML. And any other really that you can use. So softwares, every program you do, we have the latest software. So programming, we have C#, Java, we have Python. So you can choose all those languages. We also have a C++, but also web development. We do offer all those softwares. Do you have the latest equipment? Yes, we do. We have the latest in terms of hardware and the software. So all our equipments are really industry standards. Another question, what was the name of the level 3 course you advised for 3D modeling? As I can only find a level 2 course on the website. Ian, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So the course you're thinking on is creative media practice in game design.
Yeah.
That's the one you're looking for, level 3 course for IT. Just going about hardware and things and software. Don't forget we've got that really nice state-of-the-art 3D printer at the moment, which is
correct. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, absolutely.
Getting some good pieces of work out from that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. What CMS can I work with on the web design? I want to do an open source development. You can do an open source development, so therefore, really, it's both any really web source development is up to you, whatever you want to choose it. For us, what we will do on this course is, because web development and web design is a unit on the computing course. So what we offer is basically an introduction to web development. So we will start from scratch. HTML, we'll introduce you to the HTML elements and HTML. We will also introduce you a CSS, cascading style sheets. We also introduce you into a JavaScript. We will also introduce you into PHPs, etc., etc. In fact, there might be even an element of a Python in that. So this course for web development, it doesn't stand on its own. It's part and the parcel of the course itself, the computing course, extended certificate in computing. But if you need more information, I'm happy to help you. But by all means, please put into the application, put the application in, and we'll get back to you. There's another question. What elements of the course teach cloud computing? The cloud computing we offer is a unit. It doesn't necessarily teach you at level 3. We have a cloud computing at level 4 and 5, but we also do touch, and it's a part of the course, to talk about the cloud computing, cybersecurity, etc., etc. So while we don't teach cloud computing on its own, it's an integral part of the course. I hope that answers your question. Another question, can it help to go into professional gaming and the esports industry? So if anyone finishes your course, Ian, will that person be able to go into games industry and the esports?
I would think if you're going, yes, you can, but you would probably need to go to university first, move on in that way, and specialise in esports. So whether you will get a general synopsis of the gaming industry within our course and building games, but if you wanted to specifically go into esports and that, you would probably need to go on to university, I would think.
All right, thank you. There's another question. What are the best entry-level computer jobs? Well, there are entry levels where you can start £19,000, where you have an A-level equivalent qualification, which is when you complete our courses. But also there are degree entry-level, graduate-level courses where you start more than that. But our courses offers you two pathways. One is to go to university and to pursue a degree program in your chosen field, whether that's a gaming or computing or IT, or whether you want to go into the industry as a junior level. So you might start a junior web developer, junior hardware engineer, junior project manager, systems analyst, etc., etc. Another question: where are you courses based? All our courses are based in Dartford. So our campus is in Dartford. So we offer all our courses are offered at Dartford campus. Another question: if I want to change career and I have limited knowledge, which course is the best for me? And I'm an adult learner. I think it depends on actually what career you intend to go. If you're changing career from a non-computing background and go into IT industry, I think we can offer you a course. I mean, if you're an adult learner, then we have also level 4 and level 5, which is an HNC and HND, which will enable you to have a career change and then perhaps establish your career in IT, both in computing, hardware, and also cloud computing. So please send an application, choose our level 4 and level 5 courses, and I'm happy to consider your application.
Thank you so much, Nur and Ian, for your time today. I'm just going to play a campus tour of Dartford so you're able to see the amazing facilities that we have here, along with a separate video about the subject area in particular and some student testimonials. That was our campus tour video. I'm just going to show you the facilities around computing and games development, along with some student testimonials now.
I really like the detail and the intricacy of our course. It goes a lot into depth, which I didn't manage to get from GCSE computer science, so it goes a lot more in depth, so I like that. I like the college as a whole because it's a great atmosphere. It's not as formal, it's a lot more laid back, so you can relax while you learn. That's what I really like about the teachers. They're a lot more relaxed and you get a lot more support for the fact you don't have to be so formal with them. My plans for after college is to go to university to study computer science. The course is helping because we have one lesson a week called tutorials, and it gives us a chance to work on our UCAS applications. We get help from the teachers, like my teacher's helping me write my personal statement. It's a lot of help, and I think there's a lot of help that the college provides for after college, not just at college.
I hope you enjoyed those videos. I'd just like to recap on some of the contact details that we mentioned earlier. If you're obviously unsure about what course you want to do as a whole, then please feel free to contact our careers team on 01322 629 515. The email address is careers@northkent.ac.uk. We also have a dedicated apprenticeship team, and you can contact them on apprentices@northkent.ac.uk. However, if you have got any questions or queries, or you'd like a little bit more of a one-to-one support on computing and games development in particular, then don't worry, you're able to contact Deborah Hart at northkent.ac.uk. She is the curriculum administrator for computing and games development. So please feel free to ask any more questions via email to her. I'd just like to end now. Thank you all for joining us today. If you would like to apply for computing and games development, then please visit our website, www.northkent.ac.uk, and in the top right hand corner, click the apply online button. And again, if you'd like any more information, then please feel free to contact us directly. I hope you've really enjoyed this session today. Thank you to Nur and Ian. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you. Bye.